Day 9, and we're in La Palma in a village called Breña Alta, so High Breña. And this was our first stop of the day, and we went to the Museo del Puro, which is, Puro means cigar, so it's the Museum of Cigars. And La Palma became very famous for its cigars, remains very famous for its cigars, and this museum shows the history, how they grew the tobacco plants here after seeds were brought over from Cuba. And they have, how many did they have at one time, Julie?
40.
40 cigar makers here. Look at that cloud, by the way, up there. 40 cigar makers here, and there are now, I think she said 7, didn't she?
7 left. Yeah.
7 left on the island, but they hand make, I understand, very, very good quality cigars. And you do see them in Lanzarote for sale from time to time as well. So, what's coming next, Jules?
We're going to the Roque Los Muchachos,
Ah.
the highest point.
Oh wow. Do you know? Can you remember how high that is?
I can't know.
All right. Well, we'll film from up there and we'll look it up. We'll Google it on the way up. Okay.
Then we're going to Porres de Candelaria,
Okay.
which is houses in a cave
Ooh,
on the coast.
Looking forward to that.
Down to Tazacorte to
Yep.
see the harbour and sort of the village there.
Okay.
And then we're going to the newest beach, which is Playa de Ancient TV.
Engine TV.
Ancient TV, I think.
Ah,
And
okay.
it was formed in 1971 when there was an eruption.
From an eruption.
Yeah.
Oh wow. How cool is that? And that's right at the
Right at the
bottom of the
very
island,
yeah,
isn't it?
southern tip.
Southern tip. Okay. So we'll show you a little bit of Breña Alta. Oh, and there's a cracking old Toyota Jeep coming this way, which I'm just going to capture on film for any other petrol heads like me. That's a beauty. That's an FJ80.
Right, come on, time to hit the road.
Okay, we're on our way. We just got in the car, and I'm slightly nervous now, having looked at how wiggly that route is on the sat nav. Anyway, we're going there, and it's only 46 kilometres away, but it's going to take us an hour and 20 minutes. This could be a challenging drive for us. We're at 1,420 metres on our way to the top of La Palma, and in the middle of this beautiful pine forest. I think I've used the word beautiful too much. This glorious pine forest. And we stopped here because you're looking right down on the cloud. We're in sunshine. We just pulled over onto the side of the road to look down at the cloud below us. And it's really quite stunning. Seen a few cyclists, not much traffic. We've been blasting up the hill so far. I've still got another, what was it, 24 kilometres to go, Jules?
Yeah, to Muchachos.
To Los Muchachos. So we'll crack on. So we are right at the top of La Palma now, at the Observatorio Los Muchachos. Looking down at the cloud. There are about 7 different observatories here. I don't really understand how they all work. Those are mirrors when you look from the other side, those 3 in the centre of the screen now. We're over 7,000 feet up. What's weird is that as you climb up here, you go through the cloud and the temperature drops right down to, that's the raven just flying off, drops right down to sort of 20 degrees. Now we're up here and it's 29. It's really, really hot up here. The road was a challenge. It was quite good fun. I'm going to go across and have a look at the other side for you. I've just walked around the corner from the observatories. You can see there. We're at 2,476 metres. And to my left there's the most incredible ravine. And then over to the right, sorry about the jogging, it's quite an uneven surface to walk on this, especially in flip-flops. To our right, the clouds. Really quite incredible. So I can't even see the screen, can you?
Not really. I'm blind on this one.
Too bright. Anyway, here we are on the top of La Palma, which is the second highest point in all the Canary Islands after Mount Teide in Tenerife. And I mentioned it in a previous segment, but I cannot believe how hot it is here.
It's really warm, isn't it? I mean, was it pushing 30, wasn't it, as we came up?
Yeah. And we've seen loads and loads of birds.
You see the swifts.
Swallows, swifts, those two ravens I managed to get a picture of, and we saw briefly, it's been oh there it is, there's a town, I'm working this backwards so I hope this is working, town down there in the valley,
I don't know, it doesn't
which,
sound there,
no, we don't have the name of it. I suppose we could find it on a map, but anyway, just an incredible place, really otherworldly. Shame there's so many people around actually. I'd love to have this to myself. Right, I'm going to have to try and turn this camera back round so I can turn it off. Where are we off to now, Jules?
Porris to Candelaria.
Okay, so we're going down the other
Down.
side of the mountains
Yes.
now. All right, wish me luck. We've come thousands of metres back down to sea level, and we're in a place called Tazacorte, and the main event here is this incredible seawall, which is just the most amazing construction. I'm going to show you the inside so you can see the height of it, and then all the way along it has these concrete strengthening arcs, I guess you'd call them, and it goes on for miles and miles. Well, no, that's an exaggeration. It goes on for a very long way. But it's all a bit of a mystery, this, because this whole area here is a massive car park, look, but with lanes in it, so it looks like it's been laid out at one time or another for car ferries, but there's nothing here, and no docking station for car ferries, and the entrance to the car park is blocked off by massive concrete blocks over there. So I really don't know what the story is. I'm going to research it and I'll find out, but it's a fascinating place. We're going to go up onto this wall now and walk along the top of it and look down on the marina and the harbour itself to show you. There's that incredible wall in all its glory. And here's the huge car park I was talking about. And we're now on the, I guess what was the original harbour wall. And on this side of it there's a black sand beach. And then if you look on the hill there, I don't know how clear this will be on the video, but you should see lines and lines and lines of vivid green. They are bananas, and they're terraced going back up the hill, and as we drove down the hill there were thousands of hectares of bananas just everywhere, very tightly packed. They're all in fruit at the moment, or a lot of them are in fruit, and the bunches of bananas have been bagged. They bag them to protect them just as they get to the last stage of ripening, to prevent insects from getting at them. And this is Little Harbour.
All kind of boat trips going out from here, wasn't there? Dolphins,
Yep.
whales.
And some quite interesting boats in here. Only a couple of fishing boats, so it's mainly leisure vessels, sailing boats and motorboats. And as Julie says, a few excursions. It's quite a nice cafe. This place, whatever is behind it, has obviously had a lot of money spent on it, because looking down at the marina itself, it's in really good nick. We walked through there. There are these very impressive light units all the way along, electricity supplies for all the boats.
Very modern restaurant there.
Yeah, very modern looking restaurant at the front. And as we've been walking around, there have been boats in and out all the time. There's also a smaller version of that main harbour wall here, which doesn't serve any purpose other than to replicate it at a smaller level, so it's purely decorative. So a pretty fascinating place, Tazacorte. Now, for those of you who know Lanzarote well, this is going to be very familiar to you. The plants, the pecan, and all that kind of stuff. And that's because this is the site of the most recent eruption in the Canaries, which took place here in 1971. And we're on our way to a beach that was created by that eruption at Ascent. But we've stopped at a mirador here to look down, and you've got this massive banana plantation, and they all have these kind of reservoirs. Can you see the green water in the reservoirs? Some of the bananas are always covered. I really don't know why, but most of them are out in the open. But then if we pan across this way, there's a hotel here that we've just spotted with some huge swimming pools. What's the hotel, Jules? Do you know?
La Palma and Tanagia Princess.
Okay.
So it's a family section and an adult section.
All right.
And it's right down in the far south of La Palma.
In the middle of a banana plantation?
In the middle of a banana plantation.
Oh, how fascinating. All right. And you can see how far that banana plantation goes, right at sea level, all the way along, well, as far as I can see actually, and we're heading the other side of it to this new beach that was formed by the eruption.
We are, last stop of the day.
Okay, let's head on then. And here's the volcano, Volcán de San Juan. As you can see, very Lanzarote-ish. The most recent eruption in the Canaries 50 years ago this year. And that very familiar new lava that we've got. And then down there is the beach that was created by the eruption, which is the newest beach which is the newest beach in the Canary Islands, and inevitably is called Playa Nueva. So this magnificent wooden ship is in the middle of Santa Cruz. I don't know whether it was built there or whether it was a real ship that they decided to plant at the end of the pedestrian area. But there she is, complete with crow's nest, which would suggest that she was a whaler at one time.
There's a statue of a pirate, is it a privateer here?
But no, let's go and have a look.
It's a symbol we've seen on some of the shops, isn't it?
Yeah, lots of pirate stuff around here. These gardens look nice. So really the aim now is just to do a wrap up from La Palma.
Nice little kiosk.
Yeah, that is a pretty little kiosk. Looks like it's getting some renovation work.
Staircase, isn't it lovely?
I know,
Bandstand
little
on the
spiral
top.
staircase and a bandstand. So that's the end of a extremely busy day. We've done loads today in La Palma. I've really enjoyed it. Have you, Jules?
I have. We've actually only missed one thing that we said we'd do this morning.
From that huge list this morning.
So fantastic. Job done.
All right, so we're going to go and grab something to eat now, and then edit the video and get it onto YouTube for everybody.
And island number 7, 6?
Island number
7.
No, 6. All right, that wraps it for La Palma.